Oh my God, I just started having a cough attack, so I just stopped. But I did want to say one more thing is that, when people are really set on hating him and stuff like that, like, you don't have to love him. He has a role. I mean, he's a mascot to a movement to move us into a new direction, a movement to give us empowerment and unity and freedom. And that is going to bring us the Jubilee. It's going to release us from all of this, these old structures that have controlled us. He's put out there the stuff of our education. I mean, he says everything that when you can go in and listen to him, then you know what he's talking about. But when you've got up these walls, like, you can't hear him because they've got you so confused where you think like he's a certain person. I went and looked it up. I started looking up about him. All I could find was all this humanitarian stuff. Like, he was doing such nice stuff for people. Like, someone stopped and he had a flat tire on his limousine. Someone stopped and helped change the tire, and he paid their house off. It was in the news. You can go look it up. There was some sick kid and they couldn't get treatment or something. He took his personal plane and flew this person because no planes would take him. So he flew him where he needed to be. Like, he really genuinely cares about people. He does nice things for people. And he had infiltrated, into the aristocrat arena. And that is why they had to destroy him, because he's going to bring them down. He's a part of bringing them down. He's a part of exposing the truth. He worked. You can look it up too about the DAs on these big cases like the Epstein and stuff like that. That they were calling all of these different rich people, trying to get people to talk. He's the only one who called back and gave them evidence and stuff like that. He doesn't have anything to hide. He was exposing other people. And that is what he's been doing this whole time, is exposing these people. And that's why these people who own the media have been trashing him like they do. They trash people. They destroy him. And that's what... that's when I found out too about that's what they did to Charles Manson, which is pathetic. I mean, he's such a little, he's just a pathetic little character, scrawny little sickly kid with the prostitute mom who ended up being in jail most of his life, and a super tiny guy, super tiny. I'm sure he was a lot of sex toy action going on when he was a little kid in prison for so long. And then he gets out, and he just wants to make music, and he just, he's a character and people like him, and he's all about music and a hippie lifestyle. And they had gotten that place on Spawn Ranch, and, it was owned by the CIA, the movies. It was used for movies. And so it had that connection. And the CIA was testing chemical. They have been the whole time. I mean, they still are. And they were testing hallucinogenics and stuff on these people. And the people didn't even know what all that they were doing. They're getting these people these certain drugs. This is ones that are being made by, if you don't know about that, after World War II, they brought those people that we thought, like the Nuremberg trial, that was for the doctors and lawyers and stuff like that. They went to jail and stuff. But the real criminals, they got moved. They had too much power, too much information. As your scientists, that's why they're still doing all of these. It's been going on since the beginning of time, these experiments on us. And there's some sick shit. There's some really sick shit going on. And there was, or always was, but those people are a part of our society. So, and they could be hidden in our society. They're hidden like in other societies too. But, one big one was running NASA. So, then they, so they're making these drugs and they're putting them out into communities because they have their little experiments going on all over the place. So they're putting them out in these communities. They get these people just whacked out and they go on this murder frenzy. And then it's like, ooh, can't let anybody find out. Oh, we were the ones spiking the drinks, and we didn't know it'd go this south, you know. Or who knows what they thought, you know. They could have very well. They've been doing a lot of stuff to try and create mindless soldiers. Like, they want us to just be, you know, we will do anything. We would die for them, you know. We'll run into a wall without even thinking about it, just to protect the government. You know, they just want this mindless, dedicated. I mean, we're seeing, you know, what they want, because they've got it in action. You know, people don't question things. They just believe what they're told. And they're not told the truth. So when they had done that, you know, and then they've got all these dead people, rich dead people, you know, there's a lot of attention. Then they had to throw somebody under the bus, and, you know, Charles Manson, he was there, and he was a criminal, and he was an easy target. And you can go and watch Rob Zombie's documentary about it, where he actually goes and talks to Charles Manson and gets a lot more information about things, you know, get the full story instead of just the narrative that they give us, because that's what everything is based on. And that's what they did on Trump too. They just set a narrative, and he's going against them, but they're the ones who own all the media, so they can make him look like the bigger dick because they have control. But their control is ending, and their control has all been about humanity. And that is what, you know, is my platform is about. It's about breaking free from this system, you know, and healing yourself, becoming free for your own soul to become free and sovereign, so that you can move into the new age, you know. And then plus about, you know, aliens and the cosmic communication that's happening all around us. So that is, you know, what I am here to talk about. And, you know, there's a lot of words coming to my mind about the medical community, and the crimes involved with that, you know, because I saw through that. I went through that. The judicial, went through that. You know, I've seen things from other perspectives, and not everybody has had that perspective. So it's kind of like, I feel like it's my duty. It's, you know, it's how they push me in that direction. And, you know, and I've talked about, if you go in and you watch my old stuff, you see, like, I definitely say, I'm here on a mission. Everything that has happened is leading me in a certain direction, and I know what I'm here for. I know why. And, you know, I can only go by what I'm told by my guides, and how they push me in certain directions, and what they push me to talk about and stuff like that. So, you know, and it isn't just about, there's plenty of channels out there that are all about exposing the government and exposing, I'll talk about that stuff, but that's not what my whole thing is about. My whole thing is about consciousness, waking up and seeing the truth. And, you know, we've been held back from the truth for a long time. And this is a big time in human history. And it's an exciting time. And it's a challenging time. So, you know, and that's why I try and help with talking about, because I have got myself in a good place. And I can talk about gratitude and being happy. And it's authentic. I really feel it. I feel happy. I feel grateful. Like, I've got gratitude in all of the things that I see. I don't have to look at the coin, the side that's showing. I can look at the underneath. I don't have to just see what they're showing me. I can see through the illusion. So that's what I try and talk about. But yeah, if you get turned off because of certain things I say, then, you know, every soul is on its own journey. You know, and some people, it's only to get a seed planted, and they go to the next place, and maybe they're going to have a whole garden planted by the time they woke up. And then they're going to, you know, have a deeper understanding, because that's what it is all about, is moving us into this more enlightened phase as humanity progresses into this new age. So anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye.